Awesome.
And also I'm recovering from a cold, so bear with me if I go on mute here and start coughing uncontrollably. I'm going to save you from listening to that, but I may not have a
No,
heads up
you're
to give it to you.
all
All
good.
right. So with the call shifts, how we'll set this up for you is we're gonna go on. I'm going into setup here from the scheduling module, and we're gonna go to call shift rules. And right now we've got a default rule that's in here that just came to you from First Due, but um, this is covering everybody, like all of your associated qualifiers.
Got it.
We have like a general settings page here, which this would be like the default settings for every call shift. Like you could have 20 different call shifts depending on your qualifiers or what you're trying to accomplish. And if we set a default, like this is how the system's going to go.
Okay.
Now, for you guys, if all you're doing is if you just want to use the system to message all of your people at one time and say, hey, Friday's shift is available, who wants it? And then it goes to everybody all at once, and then people can reply and indicate their wanting of it. We're just going to hit on your candidate method here.
Okay.
And this alone is just going to send it out to everybody, and then it's a done deal.
Cool.
Do you keep track of any sort of like hours for ranking them though, for the officer to make a decision on who gets it?
No, he does that all himself. And to be honest, normally when we're doing a callback, it's more of an emergency callback, so we don't really care
Okay.
because we just need to get the shift filled.
Okay. So we'll just leave this as is for now. There's a whole bunch of other settings in here, and just at a high level, what it's for. Like my old department, we did everything based on number of hours of overtime. So like if it came to being end of September and there's a guy who has somehow managed to only work 10 hours of overtime for the year, that dude's getting ordered or offered that overtime first.
Got it.
So a lot of this is all set up so that you can have a tiered system of you have 20 people on your list. It's going to go in order of those 20 people and like give each person 3 minutes or 5 minutes or a half hour to decide whether or not they want that overtime opportunity. And then it would go on to the next person and send a message to the next person.
Got it.
So like there's a lot of things that can be done from that standpoint. So like if there is a process that your scheduling officer is doing, we could probably mimic it with call shifts and take that manual movement out of the mix for him if down the road that's something you want to pursue.
Yeah, no, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
We understand that. So we're
Yeah.
good for
Okay.
now then.
All
Okay.
right. And I'm sorry to harp on that. I just want to make sure that that's touched on. Um, so I'm going to leave your settings here as is. Now, if you're looking for calling back people, I say to emergency fill a shift, we are going to want to, I'm guessing, break this down a little bit between like a firefighter and a captain, depending on what we're trying to fill.
Got it. So a firm, it would be
Yep.
ENOP and firefighter are the two positions we technically use.
Okay. So let's do it this way. I'm going to create a rule, and we just wanted to click on the default, which is going to follow our candidate method, which we talked about from the previous settings page. We aren't going to have any sort of a list, so we're just going to keep that as static.
Perfect.
And name on this rule, we just call it ENOP or firefighter.
ENOP, perfect. Yep. And then this rule is going to page out who though? Just the ENOPs right now you're setting up?
Correct.
Yeah. So ENOP on this one, perfect.
Do we want
So,
firefighter 2 on this as well, or no?
no, because they're not qualified. So the only other one would be OIC. Okay. Oops, sorry, go back to that section there. OIC is another one that would qualify for that position. There you go.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So like, as we're looking at this right now, so on the right side here, we have the two different qualifiers that are going to be contactable under this call shift. Perfect. So these 12 people are going to get blasted, emails, text messages, whatever, letting them know of the vacancy.
Perfect.
So One of the things we can do is we can ignore availability if we so choose, which means if they're already like on shift or there's an overlap, or if they're already like on vacation time or any sort of leave. Um, if we toggle this on, it's going to send it to them no matter what, even if they're not available.
Yeah, we want that.
Okay. All right. So we'll do that. And like really for your call shift for this particular one, like super simple, like that's it.
Yep.
If we had a scenario where none of these people wanted it, could it be opened up to another group of qualifiers?
No, it'll be manually filled based off the chief.
Okay.
So he'll determine if he wants to downgrade the crew to just firefighters and then run out of a rescue. That'll be his
Yeah.
determination. So
Okay.
if it goes unfilled, it goes unfilled, and the chief just has to step in.
Okay. Sounds good. So I will save this one as is. Um, yep, we want that to be the new default rule. And I'm just going to delete this default one because it's everything.
Gotcha.
So now you got ENOP and OIC. And this will be like your default rule. And the cool thing about using it with qualifiers now is that when we want to activate this from the shift board, there's a couple different ways we can. But so if you go to the shift board and we look at, just for argument's sake, we're going to look at tomorrow, and you've got this vacant ENOP position.
Mhm.
If I go to click on this, we're on the single day view right now, and I want to fill the vacancy. And I can do this by initiating call shift.
Mhm.
It's automatically going to pull that rule because of the qualifier associated with that line in the assignment.
Perfect.
So right away, like we know that these people are going to get the contact for it. Um, yeah, so there's that. And then we would
So
just
it's
push
just
this.
not, you didn't
Go ahead.
grab the OICs though on that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why that didn't pop in here. Let me double check again.
It may be because the only tied position to this is the ENOP, so we might need to go into the uh assignments or whatever and add OIC to the list of qualified people for that position.
Okay.
Because I don't think we put in the you get what I'm trying to say, the group or
I do.
whatever.
Yeah.
And I bet you that's probably why. Because I remember Don talking to me about that the other day, saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
do you want to tie these together?" And like I said, we got a
Yeah.
lot going on here. So he's been gone and I got stuff going on. So yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So
We
the
can
other way, if we don't do it from the shift board though, let's say we're looking at the shift board, and if we want to go to call shifts over here on the left column, we can do a new call shift from here
yeah.
and pull. Where'd it go? Did I not save it? Is that what happened to us?
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's there. Okay. I don't know then, man. um, new call shift. Please fill out the form. You know, do I see? It's weird. Actually, here, let me do it. Let me try something else. I might have just done this wrong, which is more likely than not. Let's go into our call shift rules. I'm going to set it up as a tiered, but we're not going to have a wait time here. So instead of doing two qualifiers on the one line, we're going to
Oh,
we're going to do it this way. And no wait time.
yeah.
So this should go out. The first call shift is going to go to your ENOPS. The second one goes to
Perfect.
OICs, and there's no wait time in between them, and everything stays open. So now, see if I'm as smart as I think I am. Fill vacancy, initiate call shift. It's a past date, of course. There we go. So now
There you go.
this is by default because we clicked on that ENOP. It's going to send it to first tier is going to your ENOPs, second tier is going to your OICs.
Perfect.
Okay. So that's set for that. Now there's a couple other things like we can manipulate um, with your call shift rules. And one of them is the job board, which currently is not turned on, but we can activate it and it's going to function very similarly to the call shifts, but this would be more like a virtual bulletin board. It's like,
Okay.
think about like the piece of paper that you put up on the bulletin board that would give people the opportunity to sign up for things. Like,
Gotcha.
we could do it both ways if you were so inclined. Um, but it's just a matter of like once that's toggled on and then this too, it'll notify your people if there's a vacancy posted. So if you're looking at filling a vacancy like that's going to be out, a month ahead of time, like maybe this makes more sense than utilizing like an emergency callback.
Gotcha. Yeah, so ours is already filled.
Okay.
I don't, yeah, that's right. Oh, thank you guys. I'll be right there. I don't, I'll let Don figure that one out. I don't think he's
Okay.
gonna use it though.
Okay. And then let's see here. Let me make sure you cancel this. So like on the general settings page, I don't have you if you've gone through and done much with this here. Some of the stuff that we'll talk about when it comes to exporting for payroll
Uh-huh.
is like the validation of data. Now, validating for first due purposes is just basically locking down the schedule so that it can't be changed and everybody's time is recorded accurately.
Got it.
So allowing to auto validate after like one day, for example, it's like after a shift pass, like it's automatically going to lock down.
So
Um,
that is still, can that be overrid by admin though, or no?
yes, it can.
Okay, that's fine then. It
Yeah.
either way, we don't validate ours right now. Like I used to go back and
Okay.
validate them, but most
Okay.
of our people can't go into the past anyways, so
Okay.
it shouldn't get modified by anyone but admin technically anyhow. But
Okay.
I don't know
That's
if
fine.
that's how your program works too. Does it automatically lock them out from past shifts? So like once the day's gone, they can't go back to that shift, right? It
Well, they
like
can go
raises
back
it.
and look at it, but they aren't going to be able to make changes.
Yeah, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So
how
we'll
we
do it
do it
that way.
anyway.
Um, and then we also want to prevent deletion of validated data just so that can't accidentally happen. But so from like the validation standpoint, if you're going to do it manually, and well, let's go back to your shift board. So from your shift board, if we want to look at yesterday, um, because this is now old, you on past dates as of right now, we have the validate or ultimately unvalidate. If we want to just do your entire shift board, we can hit on this little check mark next to assignment, or you can just do each individual one.
Got it.
And then we just hit validate, and that's going to lock that down and tells you that it's validated.
Got it.
If you don't want to validate it, then check them again and unvalidate it. It's just that simple from the admin standpoint.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's perfect.
So that's that. And then um, time off and trade settings. This could be a little bit more tricky. And I got to refresh my memory here on what you guys have for like time off types. Right now, is all you have is PTO?
Yeah, and it's not so we have it like personal leave, sick leave, but that's just so we can track it.
Yeah.
It's not like they accrue it. It's just I'm calling off my shift. So
Okay.
we don't accrue anything. It's just we use it for tracking purposes. So we can say, look, Peter, you've skipped 16 days last month. That's all it's for. It's not like you ran out of PTO. That's not how it works.
Okay. So you guys don't have accruals though, essentially, for
Correct. No,
anything. Okay.
it's just
Okay.
unlimited. They can call off. We just monitor it because
Okay.
they're technically volunteers, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So you could change this to personal PTO, and then you could do the subtypes for it, and
Got it.
then you could just have the one time off type, and then within it, you could have subtype for sick or planning or whatever you want to call it.
Got it.
You can break that down by subtypes. Okay. And then let me think here. So that kind of answers those questions because you don't have a whole lot there to mess with. And then are your people getting called or getting paid at all, like by runs, or like how does that work out for you?
No, so we do have, that's why we were talking about the off roster, because we do
Yep.
have a callback procedure. So when the call comes out, a chief officer can have dispatch reset tones for what we call manpower, and
Yeah.
it'll be a callback. So that's a callback for us, but what happens is that's tracked manually using an off roster, well, what you guys call off roster.
Yeah.
We use it as a miscellaneous is what they call it right now, the program we use.
Okay.
So like, let's say today we got a call back, everyone
Yep.
shows up, they fill out their paperwork, they turn their paperwork in. Amy goes into the calendar and then goes into today's calendar and adds all the people that were callbacks. So she would click that is how we were practicing it.
Yep.
She'll click that, then she'll add each person individually. And in the notes section, she's going to write down the incident number for the call they came back on.
All right.
And then we just do it as pay $25 totally. It doesn't matter how long they were here.
Okay. I think if there'd be a way to streamline that for you guys, if we treated it like under snap assignments instead of off roster, but I don't know if that would be any cleaner.
She's still gonna have to manually enter it either way.
Yeah, probably. Trying to remember how we get into rapid recall here. That's my demo site. Call shifts. It's not turned on, but we do have a feature of rapid recall, which that would be kind of like your emergency callback, like for that tone that goes out for manpower.
Uh,
Um, and I got to figure out where you turn that on for you at here, but this would be like a duplication of what you're already having your dispatch do. So like, honestly, for you guys, it's probably easier just to get on the radio and tell dispatch to retone for more manpower than it is to use the system for what you're using.
Gotcha. Because
In
obviously
my
that's gonna send out a text or a call back on their phone through the app is what you're saying that rapid recall is?
Yeah.
Okay, we can Google that too if it's something Don's interested in. But right now we already use that type of feature with some other platforms. Like I
Okay.
said, they got
Yeah.
dispatch uses it and whatever. So I'll keep that in mind when it gets brought up again, and I'll let Don know that maybe we check the help section and see what rapid recall is all about.
Yeah, there's a way to turn it on though. It's a little bit funky, and I'd have to mess around here a little bit to find it again. So, in the meantime, though, I think like, we're not going to have anything to do with FLSA rules. You don't have that, but pay
So
periods.
our FLSA rule obviously is the 20% rule. That's the only one that really pertains to us. So we're technically not supposed to work our people more than 20% of the equivalent, right? In whatever
Okay.
form that is, primarily focusing on pay, right? So that's the only law that pertains to us, but not so much when it comes to pay pay rate, right? So
Okay. Yeah. How about your pay periods? Are you guys the twice a month or every like 2 weeks on a Friday?
it's twice a month. So the first through the 15th and then the 16th through the end of the month, whatever that may be.
All right. So then the first,
Day of the month, and
yeah,
then whatever the last day of the month is, the 30th, 31st, 28th, it just depends on the month, right?
in months shorter than. Okay, so we
Okay,
got to put in the 31st here.
perfect.
There we go.
That's
Okay.
it right there.
Starting on, I'm just going to use September 1st.
Cool.
So this will follow your payroll stuff there as well. I think that's probably all we really need to hit on for this. You guys. And then as far as the reports go for payroll, we get to that through reports, which is down here on the reports module for the left-hand side.
Okay.
And there's like a base, like I do a lot of it through ad hoc. But if we want to look at like payroll reports through scheduling, for example, like if we're gonna go in here, we can look either by person. If I want to like select all of your people, we can.
Perfect. That's exactly how we do it right now.
And then we want to look at off roster, probably because people are getting paid from.
Correct. And work shifts. I need to know how many shifts they work.
20.
So I don't know if you can do two or if you can only do one.
It won't let me do two. I don't know why. Let's see what this turns out with first. So we're just going to select all your assignments, validated. We're going to leave it blank because nothing's been validated, but I don't know if you have anybody in here or not yet.
No, I think we deleted them after we put them in.
Yeah, activity type probably doesn't matter as much, but just if they're on regular work type, that's what it's going to pull from.
Okay.
So we'll leave this blank for now. So this is going to be whatever people are assigned to.
Got it.
So we search for this, and with this report, you guys got nothing coming up, which is okay.
Yeah.
If I go to my demo site to do the same thing, I can just kind of show you how it'll work. Reports, scheduling, payroll. I'll look at all my users. Pay period is going to be the 15th to the 29th. I'm just going to do the patrol days and patrol nights, and then anybody on regular time. And that honestly will select all of these because we want to know everything my people are doing. And we can hit the search on this. And now we're going to get this report showing everyone's amounts. But we've got like a whole bunch of pages here, right?
Yeah.
This is showing the amount of hours per day per person. And then, no, I've messed that up. We got 122 lines here. Get to the bottom, and we can either, like here, I'm creating the scheduling report in PDF document. And this breaks it down for me by length of time for each person. And if this isn't exactly what you're looking for, and I can help build out one for you guys in the ad hoc, that we can maybe get a little bit better looking for you.
Yeah, so on that one, if it was not by date, but instead by person, it would help us better. And then the only other thing would be for us, we would want to make sure somehow we can get that off roster included in that eventually too. And I'm okay with yeah, so that helps some because we do more by day, payrolls by day, not by hours for us.
Okay.
Because it's all stipend, right? So like that one doesn't really help me because if I look at total hours, that's great for participation, but it doesn't say, hey, they had 16 days they worked, right? Like
right.
That where that other one you had up showed me how many each day because it showed if they worked that day or not, right? So it's a 17, 18.
Yeah. I don't know the answer to that one off the top of my head, but I will find that one out for you and we'll get it fixed. Or I'll figure out how to do it for you.
Okay.
Um,
I could send you an example of what we use now if that helps too.
that would be wonderful. And then I could honestly build it out to make it look just like what you currently are using.
Perfect.
And then we would end up doing like a custom like build out like that. It'd be done through the ad hoc portion of reporting. And I'll help you with all that, which would be ad hoc reports up here. So I'm just writing down some notes here to make sure I don't forget. All right. How you feeling about this stuff?
No, your program's pretty intuitive. I don't think it was we just got to understand it's a different layout, right? And that's all.
Yeah.
That's all we got going on right now. Like I said, it's more our fault because we've been missing each other on our side, not your guys' side. So
Okay.
what I thought I had your email right here. I'm having a trouble finding it. Tom, it's Tom, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Tom.Flitten at first due.
Tom.
And I'll send you one here in the next 15 minutes once all my uploads happen and the AI goes through and reads it. And I'll get you a copy of the meeting recording from today, and you'll have my email here shortly if you don't want to search for it.
I just typed it in.
Perfect.
So hopefully that was it. All
Okay.
right, let's see. Okay, so I just sent you an example of what we do right now for payroll
Okay.
or our time sheets. Cool. All right.
Awesome. Do you want to schedule something out for a couple weeks from now to touch base and make sure we're on the right page?
Yeah, but it's gonna have to let me reach out to you if you're okay with that.
Yep.
Because Don's leaving on the 1st for vacation. He's going on his annual hunting trip.
Oh yeah.
Amy's out today. Chuck's working. And then I got something coming up. So
Yeah.
I just don't know that I'm in the right position to schedule something that'll work for everybody. So let me reach out to all them and see if we need more time with you.
Yeah.
If not, then we'll play it by ear and figure it out down the road. I think we're pretty simple when it comes to this program.
Yeah.
So,
And I'll in between now and whenever our next call is, I'll take care of the the report issue that we're looking at for days
perfect.
versus hours, and I'll also include in the email a link that you guys can use to schedule the configuration 3, so we don't have to bounce back and forth. You can just
Perfect.
click on it and pick a date and time that works for you.
Perfect. Yeah, and I'll probably have Chief Cabral Don coordinate that. So
Yeah.
okay.
Sweet.
Cool. All right, Tom. Thank you for your time. All right, talk to you
Take
soon.
care. Have a good one.
Okay.